Smash burgers and smash tacos have gone viral, but this one is unique. I'll show you how to make an amazing smash burger your friends and family will love. So the first thing you're gonna need is your favorite pork rinds, and I'm using Fuego because I love Takis. Now simply clip both corners of the bag, then crush them. Don't worry about fully crushing them because we're gonna finish them off like this. Go ahead and put them in your food processor and smash them up till they look something like this. No pun intended. Now add 1/3 cup egg white to a bowl. Now you can use egg whites in the carton like I am, but if you don't have egg whites in the carton, no worries, you will simply need 2 egg whites. Now you want to whip them to stiff peaks, and there are 2 reasons for this. The first reason is to aerate the dough, and the second reason is very important as well because it's going to allow those ingredients to combine much better than say just a regular egg white. Now go ahead and mix the ingredients together until they're well incorporated. Once you've got them well incorporated like this, you will take about this much to start with, and then you can adjust it to the size tortilla you want. Now while I'm using an electric tortilla press, it is not essential to make these. I'll show you later how to do them manually, but I will tell you I highly recommend getting one of these if you're on the ketogenic or low carb diet. And since this dough is not a traditional dough, there are techniques you need to use in order to succeed making these tortillas. And I do have a video how to make the perfect keto tortilla, 0 net carbs, that will show you exactly how to do these and not fail. Now look at how nice these tortillas turned out. Look how flexible they are as I go to flip this. The pliability of these tortillas is somewhat like a light corn tortilla. And while I might be partial because this is my base tortilla recipe, this particular recipe is so versatile because pork rinds come in so many flavors. You can flavor your tortilla any way you'd like. And now for the regular grill or stovetop method without a press. The steps and methods here are very important. I failed a number of times before I succeeded. You will need parchment paper here. You're going to place some of your dough a little ways from the edge. Once you've got it on the parchment paper, you want to spread it out and kind of press it down like this. You'll see why here in a minute. Now as you can see here, I have to suspend it, because if it hits the pan, it will start to cook. So you need to do this fast and gently press out the dough with a large spatula. Once you've done that, you can take and use a circular motion like this in order to spread it out. This process is very fast, and as you see, the paper's already starting to lift. Remove the parchment, but don't throw it away because we're gonna reuse it. Now it's gonna cook for roughly 30 seconds on each side. They will take a minute to a minute and a half, depending on what temperature you cook them on. So now I'll show you the differences in the 2 methods. First, we'll take a look at the one made on the grill, and it's not as aesthetically pleasing as the one made on the press. Not only that, you'll notice the smoothness is not near as smooth. And as I flip this over, you're going to see that right there is a thin spot, which will not happen with a tortilla press. Now for the one made with the press. Look at this. This is as nice as one you'd buy at the store. Well, not quite, because it's not filled with modified starches or fibers to lower the carbs. It's actually less than 1 true carb. Alright, now it's time to prepare our meat, and if you're just using my regular carnivore style tortilla, you don't need to do this step. But you're going to take your beef or pork or whatever you're using, cover it with wax paper, and then you want to go ahead and spread it out. You want to spread it out as best you can with your hands, and then you're going to take your rolling pin and finish it off. Okay, now once you've achieved the desired thickness, you're going to take something like a bowl, but keep the wax paper on there. This is going to stop that meat from sticking to the bowl. You'll get a nice clean cut. Now simply place your tortilla on the meat, press it down firmly, and then you're going to fold it over, flip it, and pull away at a 45-degree angle to release the wax paper from the meat. Next is an all-important seasoning, and cumin, it is essential in my opinion, and not using it would be like not using oregano in a pizza recipe. Next is cayenne pepper, and while this may be a Fuego recipe, the Fuego pork rinds are not that spicy. I like a little more spice, so I'm adding cayenne. Now depending on the fat content of the meat or the surface you're cooking on, you may or may not need to grease the pan. Go ahead and flip the meat onto the pan, and if you're like me and do not enjoy raw meat, you can cover it like this with a lid to help it cook more evenly. Now go ahead and press out the moisture and then flip it. And I didn't show you on camera, but I did actually take the paper towel and wipe away some of the excess grease. Now it's time for this video to get a bit cheesy. And when it comes to cheese, Munster is definitely my go-to. It melts good and you get some vitamin K. So you want to go ahead and get this covered and let that cheese melt. Once the cheese is melted, we'll go ahead and get this plated. Thanks for watching. Smash that subscribe, click that like, share this video, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.